So my first book was Wild Chickens and Petty Tyrants, 108 Metaphors for Mindfulness. And what happened was I was using metaphors in my teaching at the university. And when you read about mindfulness, you see that everybody uses metaphors and images and stories in order to teach mindfulness. And I started compiling these. I was organizing my lectures, and I realized, hey, I could combine these into a little compendium of metaphors. And what's happened is that these metaphors, people find that they're very useful for guiding their understanding and their practice of mindfulness and in meditation, that it gives them some way to relate and to connect that's personal and relevant, and that helps them to get into that. And I've kept this brief, so it's that book was 108 brief chapters, and I've kept that format for the next book that I'm working on. It's called Mindfulness A to Z, 108 Insights for Awakening Now. And here, instead of metaphors, I tell stories, personal anecdotes, many of them embarrassing anecdotes of where I was mindful, and mostly about where I was not so mindful. And it's like a dictionary with entries from A to Z of all the different concepts and principles that are relevant to mindfulness and to Buddhist psychology. So acceptance and Buddha and compassion, and right all the way through the alphabet, perfectionism and procrastination, and all types of things that and so you can read it. You can read one little chapter, and like Wild Chickens as well, that you can read little bits and skip around. You don't have to read the whole thing. You can come back to it and find some story or metaphor or image that resonates for you, and that's the usefulness of this book. It helps to translate the mindfulness, which can sometimes get a little esoteric or airy, and it helps to translate into something that's practical and accessible and something that you can really use and relate to.